little bit myself, and thank you for Alexandra. She introduced me a little bit already, so I can introduce myself a little bit more. And I'm Barry Wan. I was born and growing up in Hong Kong, and I nominate myself composer, sonic artist, guitarist. I do a lot of sonic arts things. For example, it's like fixed media, acoustic, like using only playing back from the speakers. Instrumental music, like a violin, cello, string quartet, orchestra, and also I do like both things together. So if you are into my music, on Friday it will be a concert. I will show you where and when later for the promotion, marketing things, okay? And before I study music, I study animation and photography in Hong Kong. And since 2010, I moved to Czech Republic. First, I studied in Brno, Jana Academy. And then my master was in Prague, Academy of Music and Art. And now I'm doing my PhD in the UYEP, Faculty of Art and Design. And also I have some diploma from London. Now I am teaching in the Anglo-American University, Intermediate Art Studio. It is in Prague, English-speaking university. And I also teach classical guitar and electric guitar in the music school in Sush, Dubai. And I have my pieces and researches papers were selected in different festival and symposium. I'm lucky enough to have some festival. For example, today I'm here because of some my work was selected in the composer review here in Belgrade. So my pieces have been selected in different places. First is like okay, it doesn't work. Okay, no, now it works. In Hong Kong, Taiwan, Japan, Thailand, Malaysia, Czech Republic, Sweden, Russia, Germany, Italy, Austria, Poland, Slovakia, Spain, United States, Mexico, Brazil, and Ecuador. So some places. And okay, so Hong Kong, do you have some concept in Hong Kong? Maybe it is kind of complicated for you to understand this kind of thing. So many people think before 1997 it is like belong to Great Britain, and now it's belong to China. So this is like this. So here is Hong Kong, and we have the border line between China. So we are politically correctly, we are part of China, but we are not China. We are like kind of colony of China. So when we need to go to China, cross the border, we need visa. And when Chinese people from mainland China, they need to go to Hong Kong, they also need visa. And we have our own passport, currency, education system, law, and yeah, this is just different. So we use this flag from 1842 until 1997 during the colony time. And now we have this flag for ourselves. And in 2019, maybe you have seen in the television, we have some conflict with China, we have some protests, like some kind of demonstration. So they even use this flag for the movement, for the demonstration. And my bachelor was in this academy. Have you ever been to Brno? Or do you even know where is Brno in Czech? This is the second largest city in Czech Republic. It is quite close to Vienna. So Brno is here and Vienna is here. It's about 1 hour by car. If we go faster in the evening, maybe even 45 minutes without police catching. And so this is the Petrov, very famous church in Czech Republic. We use even this church as an icon on the 50 columns corn, on the corn. And this is kind of functionalistic cities, because like 100 years ago, the mayor in Brno, they want to distinct themselves from Vienna, because Vienna is super classical. So they had a lot of building of functionalism. I think the Bauhaus, Mies van der Rohe, had a lot of works there in Brno. For example, Villa Tugendhat. And this is the icon of the academy, like Janacek Academy. This academy is named after Janacek. He was a very important and influential composer in Czech Republic during the early 20th century. And this is the building. And we have 4 statues there. Is a muse with different, like they holding different things, represent different, like different art, 4 art, Western. And my master study here in the, we call it Hamu, Hutapeni Fakulta Umiane di Salu. Maybe you understand something, right? It's Slavic language. Maybe some Czech is similar to your language. It has 3 faculties, film and television, music and dance, which was my faculty, and theater. And it looks like this. Have you ever been to Prague, anyone? No? Yes? Do you remember this building? Familiar? It's next to St. Nicholas Church. It's a Charles Bridge, just right next to Charles Bridge. And it is in front of St. Nicholas Church. And it is kind of annoying for me when I was studying there because it's too many tourists. When I just get, like, it's difficult to even get inside the building because so many people taking pictures in front of the building. And sometimes I was running to my lesson and some tourists stop me and help them to take pictures, whatever like this. So this is the center of the center. It's a very nice place. And this is one of the concert hall in Hamu. Maybe it is the biggest one. It's Smetana Hall. And this is quite big. This can fit for the like a medium-sized orchestra, like 30 people, 30 musicians on the stage is quite okay. And this picture is not so clear. And we have even some installation microphones from the ceiling. So one button, the microphone will going down, and we can make the recording immediately, quite high quality. And this is the summer theater. In Czech, it's quite much colder than here, I bet, because in winter it can be like -20 degrees for 2-3 weeks. So this is only for summer, not even for spring. Spring is cold already. So we have this summer stage. And he was my supervisor, Michelatai. He is a very like he is like one of the best composer or song artists in Czech Republic. He has been to so many countries, to London, to Berkeley in US. So he knows a lot of things about the Max MSP electroacoustic music. And now I'm doing my PhD there. I'm sure nobody knows where is it. It's Ústí nad Labem. Ústí is mean kind of delta in the sweet water. It's estuary in English. So this is like kind of mainstream river, just some land next to the mainstream river. So this is quite close to Justin. It's like 1 hour by car or 1 hour 20 minutes by train. So this is right next to us, and this is the border, and we share the same river, Labe. So it goes to here. And it is also quite close to Prague. It is like something like 100 meters from Prague. And it looks like this. I quite enjoy to live in this city because it's like cheaper than Prague, not so many people. People are relaxed, slow, they are talkative, they are peaceful, and we are in the nature actually. We are just right next to the river, and we have the mountains, some nature, some sights. So this is very nice place for living for me. And it is the 5th biggest city in Czech Republic, and it was one of the richest cities, like similar income like Prague in the early 20th century, because a lot of trading here on the river, something import from US, from Germany, and they distributed to another country in Europe. So we have also 2 churches, and this one from behind is Strakov. It was built by German in the early 14th century, and this one is a hotel now. It is said that it was built in 9th century, but the real one was burned down during the communistic time, and they rebuilt it according to the legend. Nobody had like really seen that or before, or like we don't have any documentation, not even picture, not even photos about this building, but they said this is like the same shape, same building before it burned out. Okay, so this is another side, and this is the bridge for the train. It is like very old bridge, it's more than 100 years old, and this is the new one, but they didn't build it very proper, so now it's closed for buses. It's only for cars. The bus need to get to this bridge to another side of the city. They are fixing it now. And it looks like this. So this is the university of I'm doing my PhD here, University Jan Evangelista Brooklyn and very long name. It's named after anatomist and physiologist of Czech in the 18th century. So it was founded in 1991. We have 8 faculties and about 10,000 students. And this is my faculty, Faculty of Art and Design. It was founded in 1992. We have 5 departments: photography, electronic imagery, which is belong to mine because I study in time-based media. We are doing audiovisual things or like a VJing, mapping, like deep listening, cosmetic things there. And we have design, visual art, and applied art. And I would like to show some of my pieces. I do a lot of different things. For example, I quite enjoy to do some dance, like writing some music for dance and drama and film, animations, short videos. So I would like to show you some of my latest work. It was Babel Tower. She is the choreographer and dancer, so we cooperate together. And the concept is about the Babel Tower. And the Babel Tower, you know the story maybe even better than me. So I have I put different languages there because I teach in the university. I have a lot of international students. So I ask them to read the same text in the Bible in their own language. So I combine them together with different manner, different volume, different dynamic, different emotions. And I think it shouldn't be so long. Okay, so I will show like some part of it. Sorry about that because I don't have the video about for the dance. For us, it makes not so much sense if we have some improvisation, site-specific dance recorded, because it's not the same thing when you record it.
Reste zarándoků. Nudiados muanda e mesmo. Mesmo os cheios e repinha. De água, lá azul, zarándoků. E no bairro baixo, no lanar. Chamada por Chama pela China.
So those language is old barbarian, not barbarian. It's not barbarian. How do I say that? Babylonian. Sorry, I confused the term. Babylonian language. I had some cooperation with the professor in Charles University, and she tried to tell us how to pronounce all those words from Babylonian language. So this part is like more like a musical. I use some instrument. This left is one of the oldest instrument we have in the, for human being. It's like 3,000-4,000 years old. During the that time, it's like a Babylonian. They use this kind of instrument for the ritual. And okay, we can skip a little bit because it's quite long, this part. I also use some percussion instruments later. What happened? Okay. So it's building the climax. Let's go for the climax. Okay, I'm going to show another one. Thank you. And this one is for cello and orchestra. It was composed last year, and it's performed in Brno. It was the Brno Contemporary Orchestra, and the conductor is Pavel Schneider. And it is like the solo, the soloist is the cello, Stefan Filipek. Just quickly.
Dalším autorem zapojeným do projektu Ludikra je skladatel Barivan. Pochází z Hongkongu, studoval v Londýně a v Praze, nyní pokračuje na Fakultě umění a designu Univerzity Jana Evangelisty Purkyně v Ústí nad Labem.
It's from radio, so...
Textu básně Anna si Barivan odvodil, že se jednalo o velmi krásnou dívku, kterou by rád poznal ve skutečnosti.
How much you can understand? I'm curious. Something? 50, zero?
It sounds familiar with the pronunciation of this.
I thought it's like not that far away, Slavic, no?
You can recognize like some patterns, but not a single word or maybe something like you or something or like sorry.
So
Some
it's
words that are similar, nothing.
so it's really zero here.
Yeah,
Yes.
you just know it's not like
The tone and
nothing.
okay, thank you. I thought it should be a little bit closer. Not at all. What is the closest language for you?
The closest are the like different Slavic. There's groups like Central Slavics, Eastern, and Southern Slavics. So we understand Southern Slavic languages, but the other groups we don't understand. But in between the groups, they might understand each other.
So this one is
Opinion, because I think that, for example, for me personally, Ukrainian, which is also similar to Russian, I tend to understand, like a person speaks to me and try to be very, like try to express even and try to act with his hands and stuff like that. So I can follow, for example, people from Ukraine or from Russia. I think that I can hear a little bit, maybe more than zero in Czech. But I think that we are prone to understand a little bit more from Slovakia.
how about when you read it? Maybe it's easier or the same? When you the same, far away still. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, but maybe some other people have a different, I don't know, opinions.
I think you're right when you say that we understand Slovakian better, because I like.
The pieces is quite long, so I will skip it a little bit to the second movement. With the huge bass drum on the stage. Very nice acoustic there. To the climax. So I think that's enough for demonstration, and also I am quite into using this kind of animated notation. I call it karaoke notation because it's very, I can synchronize the tape, the electronics with the real instrument. So they just simply follow this indicator, and they play the notes right after the indicator. So I can like synchronize the instrument with the electronic media very like perfectly. We have a lot of struggle with this kind of thing because sometimes the player behind or after the songs, so they can't really play together. So I use this kind of method. I have been using this method for more than like 6 years, and I think this is like the best method to synchronize the instrument and the electronic together. So far, the best. And I would like to show something for you also. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, I studied photography and animation before. So I really like this kind of inspiration from picture. So this is the picture from a German painter, Gerhard Richter. And it was painted in 1969. The name of it is Seascape. For me, it's like kind of very lyrical, you can see. The resolution is not so high here, sorry about that, but you can still see, it's very misty here. And this is the ocean, you can see the horizon. And kind of poetic for me. So this is the inspiration. This is what I mentioned, the karaoke notation. So you can have a look how it works. And I have the counter in the middle to cue the performer playing together with the score, and I use those sounds. It's like we call it extended technique. Extended technique is like we using different way to produce the sound than the instrument playing ordinary. You will see it. You will see it later. It's very clear. And I have some inspiration from the shakuhachi. Shakuhachi is like the bamboo flute in Japan. They use bamboo to make this kind of flute. It's only 5-hole pentatonic scale, but with a lot of microtonals. This is very soulful and lyrical instrument. And from in the 2 centuries ago, or even more, Fakir sect is like kind of school of Buddhism practice, of Buddhism. They use even this instrument to practice Zen. We call it blow Zen. Okay, so it's maybe too much thing. It's another topic. I am going to show you a little bit because it's quite long, also maybe 10 minutes. I will just show some part of it. And you can see how it works with the animation indicator. Okay. think it's enough, maybe a little bit climax. So I think that's enough for the demonstration, and I would like to talk about a little bit my PhD research. It is like my PhD research is looking for some way, I call that semi-indeterminacy. I will explain a little more later when I'm showing the video today. And in short, this is like this system, what I am researching is for generating the materials, and also it can guidance me to make the structure, and it can produce or like diffuse the sound in the 3D sphere over the ambisonic. Do you know what is ambisonic? Okay, so this is like, it was invented by BBC in UK in 70s. This is the method or technology for playing back, mixing, and recording in the 3D sphere. So in short, it is not like the classical cinema setting, just like 5.1, just one circle in the horizontal dimension. So it is including some information of the speakers in the vertical dimension. For example, it is some speaker above you, below you, underneath, something like that. So this is the example of my presentation in the Dom Umieni, in the House of Art in Czech Republic. So I did, I had like 15 speakers. So one is exactly on the ceiling above the audience head, and I have something like 30 degrees above 4 speakers. And on the eye level, I have 4 speakers surrounding them, offsets from the below and above. And I also have like 4 speakers in the minus 60 degrees angle down. So you can imagine if you go to this concert, you are just right inside this circle, inside the sphere. I missed this one. Also, I have 2 subwoofers. It's very important for this kind of setting. So this is like the site, how it works like this. And this is from the another side because it is an audio visual work. So it looks like this, and the screen is here. The place is not so big, so I think it was full house, maybe like 50 people inside. It's quite tidy, quite cloudy. I will show you the video a little bit later. And the performance, we have 3 performances. I'm one of them, and I play shakuhachi, this instrument. But it's not so clear, it's just shadow. This is like bamboo flute, standard one, D major pentatonic scales on this flute. And automaton is from like some Japanese synthesizers. I will show you a little bit later if we have enough time. And some sound objects. And also from my colleague, Daniel Flacek, he was a painter. He studied painting in the 90s and 2000. After he finished the study of painting, he changed to explore the sound. So you can see this crazy thing is a synthesizer with a lot of patches. I don't know how he could control, manage all these things, but every time he can do very precise sound. And I'm very happy to work with him. Play with him. Actually, he's my colleague. We teach together in the intermediate studio in Prague, Anglo-American University. And this is Peter. I'm sorry about him because after the concert, I found out I don't have any solo picture of him. So this is him. Maybe he doesn't have any friend there because he lives quite far away from the venue. So this is Peter, and he also studied PhD in the faculty as we study in the same faculty. And he is doing the VJing, and very amazing. He used Touch Designer. Maybe you know this software. It's like very similar to Max MSP. You need to put some components together and link them together. So he was doing a very good job. And also, we have several different controller in Touch OSC. So Touch OSC is app. You can buy it. It's very cheap. It is like you can imagine this is like connected to your computer over Wi-Fi, sending and receiving OSC or MIDI signal. So you can simply use it for controlling everything. For example, you can control the region parameters. You can control the sound. You can even control the light if you are light designers. And very extremely low latency and very stable. So I really like this this program. And this is my iPad, and this is Daniel, the sound, the guy who is doing sound together with me. So you can see I have ABC. If you have a little bit concept about Ableton Live, ABC is simply the return track. So I just send different signals to the return track to achieve different effect. And this little trigger is for working like a launch pad. Is playing the samples, and I have different elements. We have 5 elements, so I have different elements, and this is wet dry, and I have also the XY pad to control the signals. And if I'm crazy enough, I can even like moving my iPad to control the parameters, because it can trace how you move the iPhone. But I didn't use it because I have and other things. I have the leap motion. Maybe you know it also. It's like little device, 2 camera inside with the IR. It's tracing my hand, how I move. I will show you in the video also. And I'm doing the sound in this way. And this is another page. Is for the 3D diffusion. So I'm producing sounds here and diffuse over here. So I can control the speed of the duplication of the sound, how I diffuse it, planning like on the top of the, or on the bottom, behind you or in front of you, next to you, or circular, even moving. And widening is like I can make more like stereo for one channel, or make it narrow. FB means Facebook, of course not, it's feedback. And this is the height of the sound, and some other effect delay. And Dan has the same thing like me, but he used different sound source from the synthesizers. I would like to show you a little bit of video. The performance is quite long, and I am not going to show you the whole thing, but at least you have some concept what I have been doing during my PhD. And from the beginning is my explanation how I use those things for the, like, how can I say? From the beginning I said my research is indeterminacy. Semi-indeterminacy. So I simply use the coins, 3 coins. We call the 3 coins method. We flip the coins, and according to the result of how many heads and tails, we develop the trigram. It's like I Ching. So from each trigram, we can have different elements, and we use those elements for playing the concert. So you will see it. It's clear from here, the explanation and the work itself. Okay, not yet. So now we are going to have performance. And we will use all the speakers. We call it 3D diffusion. You are in a sphere. Just imagine you're in a sphere, and inside the sphere, we're gonna create some another space for you. You are physically standing here, but virtually you are in another universe. And before that, so I call it like we just create another universe for the audience with the projection. So they are physically on the sides, but I bring them to another dimension, another universe. This performance is rely on one thing. I term it semi-indeterminacy, because I going to flip 3 coins is the I Ching things. According to the result, we will got yin yang. Every 3 sets of yin yang, we will have 1 trigram. According to the trigram, we're going to have some different elements, and those elements will tell us what to use. For example, if, we have 5 parts, because we have 5 elements. For example, we have some results for the first part. In fire, we will use some element from fire. And the second part, for example, we get some results from water. We will use the material from water, etc. So, first of all, I need to flip the coins. If you So we you have to stand with your It was like technical problem also. I bought a web camera. I wanted to like shoot, like have a close-up what I'm doing to the audience from the projector on the projector. But finally it didn't work. I need to have some driver, something crashed. So finally I invite the audience come closer to my desk to see what was happening.
Yeah. If you are into how I take the ball, you can get closer. If not, I will just press it and write down, and you can just listen to it. It's a little dark. That's a bit brighter. Oh, okay. Thank you. Very handy. One.
We can skip this part.
So the first one is yang.
So after each time I flip a coin, I will have some message from the Yi Jing. So with either yin or yang. And from bottom to top, we have 3 lines, like 3 results in a group. We call it trigram. And we can just go for the performance. Not yet.
Please keep quiet. Of course, you can.
Shall we?
So now,
it's interactive with the sound because we send all the audio signals to Peter, and this is reacting the sound to generating the noise according to different frequency, different volume, different dynamics. It reacts. Important is like a sound and video, so we have to be together. It's sound with video. For me, it's the most important #1 thing I have to consider and be careful about this kind of audiovisual work. So I'm playing shakuhachi and modulating the sound. And it's a pity because I couldn't show you like the 3 speaker. It's, at least we need like 8 speakers to have such effect. So the sound is like just floating around you. You are just in the space, but the sound is not in front of you or next to you. It's really surrounding you. So this is the water part. Daniel and me get inside together with the audience. And we diffuse the sound together. Thanks for the wireless control or over touch OSC. And after the performance, some audience told me it is kind of meditative. So you can see some of them just like closing their eyes, enjoying. This is also another part of the water. You can see it's floating. Dan was also there. So this is the automaton. So this is the demonstration and some promotion. I'm going to have some performance here in Belgrade. Thank you for the organization. They invite me to come here. And maybe you know here better than me, so it will be the concert hall here. Will be this Friday at 6 p.m. So if you want to see the real things, like how the piece I will perform there is electronic with trumpet. So it could be interesting. We have a very good trumpetist there. And if you have any question, if you want to approach me about the research or something about the gesture controller, live coding, you can feel free to contact me. So I think the artist talk is until here. Thank you.